Modern life pulls us into an endless cycle of work, responsibilities, and ambitions. We continuously seek happiness through external sources, only to realize that the more we have, the more our minds become tangled. But did you know that true happiness does not come from possession or achievement, but from awareness and letting go? According to Buddhist teachings, life is not determined by circumstances, but by how we respond and choose to face those circumstances. Every action and every thought is a brick that builds our lives. And the miracle is, we can completely choose to live a simple yet profound and meaningful life. Buddhism teaches that all human suffering originates from craving and attachment. We desire more, expect more. And in that journey, we imprison ourselves with unnecessary burdens. Simplifying life does not mean giving up everything, but learning to recognize what is truly important. Take a moment to reflect. How many things do you own that you don't actually use? How many relationships do you cling to out of fear of loss, rather than genuine love? How many dreams do you chase, not because you want them, but because society expects it? Buddhism encourages us to let go, not to lose, but to free ourselves. When you let go of unnecessary things, you will find your mind becomes lighter. Your living space more open, and more importantly, your heart has enough room to love what truly deserves it. Simplifying life is not just about minimizing material possessions. It is a journey of the soul, where you learn to live in the present, rather than regretting the past or worrying about the future. Practicing mindfulness, being fully present in each breath. Each step, each moment, helps you recognize the beauty in the simplest things. A warm cup of tea, a sunset, or the tranquility of a quiet morning can become an endless source of happiness. The simplicity that Buddhism advocates is not about deprivation, but about abundance. Abundance in understanding that happiness does not come from the outside, but lies within your own heart. When you stop chasing, you will realize that what truly matters is always here: family, health, time, and yourself. Let's begin this journey, not by giving up everything, but by living more fully. Each choice today, no matter how small, can lead you to a life of freedom and meaning. As the Buddha taught, peace comes from a peaceful mind, not from possession or achievement. Don't forget to support the channel by liking this video, sharing it with friends, and leaving your thoughts on what you are trying to simplify in your life. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button today to not miss meaningful content that helps you live a happier life. Tips 1. Transforming the mind into an open space. Imagine your mind as a room. A bright, spacious room brings a sense of lightness and relaxation. But if that room is filled with old furniture, worthless items, or objects that evoke painful memories, you will feel suffocated. The mind is the same way. We often allow unnecessary thoughts, worries about the future, or regrets about the past to occupy all our mental space. Buddhism teaches that the solution lies not in escape, but in cleaning the mind, removing burdens to free the soul. Identifying invisible burdens. Before we start cleaning, we need to identify what is making our minds feel cramped. The most common thoughts include: 1. Regrets about the past. We remember mistakes, missed opportunities, or the harm caused by others. 2. Worries about the future. What if things don't go as planned? Will we be able to face future challenges? 3. Unrealistic expectations. We set goals or expectations that are too high, then blame ourselves when we don't achieve them. 4. Negative self-thoughts. Feelings of not being good enough, talented enough, or deserving often haunt us. These thoughts not only occupy mental space but also drain our mental energy. Like a room cluttered with too much furniture, they prevent us from seeing the light and experiencing peace. Letting go to open the mind. According to Buddhist teachings, letting go is the first step to freeing the mind. However, letting go does not mean forgetting or denying what has happened. Instead, It is the act of learning to accept and allow things that no longer serve us to leave. 1. Letting go of the past. Buddha teaches that the past is something we cannot change. Rather than obsessing over mistakes, learn to see them as valuable lessons. For example, when recalling a failure, ask yourself, what have I learned from that experience? Shifting from regret to gratitude will lighten your mind. 2. Letting go of future worries. The future is yet to come. And no one knows for sure what will happen. We often fear negative outcomes, but the truth is, most of what we worry about never actually happens. Practicing mindfulness, focusing on the present moment, is the best way to reduce anxiety. When you feel anxious, try focusing on your breath. Inhale deeply, exhale, and feel that right now. You are safe and okay. 3. Reducing expectations. Expectations are not wrong, but when we set them too high or rigidly, they become burdensome. Buddha teaches that happiness comes from knowing enough. Ask yourself, is what I'm expecting truly necessary? If I don't achieve it, can I accept that? Flexibility in expectations will make you feel much more comfortable. Cleaning the mind with mindfulness practice. Mindfulness is a powerful tool to help the mind become open. When you practice mindfulness, you completely focus on the present, rather than being distracted by the past or future. Start with your breath. Each day, spend 5 to 10 minutes sitting quietly and focusing on your breath. Inhale, feeling the air passing through your nose and filling your lungs. Exhale, feeling your body relax. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. Observe thoughts without judgment. When a negative thought arises, view it as a cloud passing through the sky. Don't try to push it away or cling to it. Just acknowledge it and let it fade away naturally. Practice gratitude. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. This will help you focus on what you have, rather than what you lack. Building a positive mental space. Once you've cleared the burdens, fill your mind with positive and meaningful thoughts. Focus on true values. Instead of chasing material goods or fame, concentrate on family, friendship, health, and personal growth. Cultivate compassion. When you treat others kindly, you also create peace within your mind. A small act like a smile or a thank you can bring unexpected joy. Practice forgiveness. Forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is not about excusing mistakes, but about freeing yourself from resentment. An open mind, a life of freedom. When the mind becomes open, you will truly experience freedom. You will no longer be imprisoned by negative thoughts, unnecessary worries, or excessive expectations. Instead, you can focus on what matters. Live fully in the present, and enjoy happiness from the simplest things. As Buddha taught, those who maintain a tranquil mind will find peace. Start cleaning your mind today to open up a space for true light and peace. Tips 2. Choose less to gain more. Have you ever stood in front of a closet full of clothes but still felt like you had nothing to wear? Or have you felt overwhelmed by a packed schedule, ever-increasing goals, or complicated relationships? In a world where excess is sometimes seen as a symbol of success, we can easily feel empty. Buddhist teachings, with their simplicity and depth, remind us, choose less to gain more. The essence of choice, awareness. According to Buddha's teachings, it is not the quantity of what we own or achieve that defines the value of life, but the awareness of what we choose to keep. Life becomes more meaningful when we know how to minimize, not just materially but also in relationships, habits, and goals. Buddha taught, nothing brings greater happiness than simplicity of the soul. This refers not only to living frugally or simply on the outside but also to achieving clarity and focus within. Choosing less in material things. One of the famous lessons from Buddha's life is how he renounced a magnificent palace and a lavish lifestyle to seek the truth. He realized that excess material possessions cannot bring true happiness. This doesn't mean we must give up everything, but we need to learn to accurately value what we have. 1. Keep only what truly serves a purpose. Whenever you shop or use an item, ask yourself, is this really necessary? Does it help me achieve peace and meaning in life? Apply the principle of less but quality. Instead of hoarding dozens of clothes, keep only those you truly love and use regularly. 2. Declutter to breathe freely. A tidy, spacious living space can bring relaxation and clarity. Practicing letting go of unnecessary items is an important step towards balance. You will realize that with fewer possessions, your mind also feels lighter. Choosing in relationships. Buddhism teaches that relationships can be a great source of happiness. But they can also become burdens if we are not mindful in how we choose and maintain them. 1. Focus on meaningful relationships. In modern society, having hundreds or even thousands of friends on social media is common. But this does not guarantee a deep sense of connection. Focus on relationships that truly matter, those with whom you can share joys, sorrows, and find empathy. 2. Learn to let go of toxic relationships. Relationships that bring harm, negativity, or no longer hold value need to be reassessed. Letting go doesn't mean hating, it is an act of freeing yourself to make space for love and positivity. Choosing in habits. Our lives consist of habits. However, not all habits serve a meaningful life. 1. Minimize unhealthy habits. Habits such as excessive social media browsing, binge-watching TV, or uncontrolled eating can waste our time and energy. Selectively replace them with positive habits like meditation, reading, or gentle exercise. 2. Create space for stillness. A busy day does not equate to a meaningful day. Take time to sit quietly and observe your mind. Buddhism encourages practicing meditation as a way to organize your mind, helping you recognize what is truly important. Choosing life goals. Everyone has dreams and goals. However, trying to achieve too much at once can lead to pressure and a sense of directionlessness. 1. Focus on core goals. Instead of trying to accomplish everything, ask, what truly brings meaning to my life? Take time to identify your biggest goals and concentrate all your energy on them. 2. Find joy in the journey, not just the destination. Buddha teaches that happiness does not lie in achieving something but in how you experience the process. When you focus on the present and enjoy each step, you will feel more fulfilled, regardless of the outcome. The benefits of choosing less. When you learn to be selective, you will notice less but more quality. What you keep in life has meaning. More time, you are no longer distracted by unimportant things. Mental freedom, your mind becomes lighter. Unburdened by materialism or social pressures. Happiness and peace, you live with less stress and focus on what truly matters. Do less. Live more. Life is not a race to own the most or achieve the most. Instead, it is a journey toward balance and meaning. When you know how to choose wisely, you will realize that doing less does not mean loss, but living a fuller life. Start today by asking yourself, does this truly help me live more meaningfully? The answer will guide you toward a simpler yet richer life. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to continue joining us on the journey to find peace and happiness. Tips 3. Finding joy in simplicity. In the whirlwind of modern life, we often get caught up in an endless cycle of lofty goals. We yearn for bigger, better, or more perfect things. But does true happiness really lie there? Buddhism teaches that happiness is not something to be pursued far away, it is hidden in the small, simple things right before our eyes. What's important is that we learn to see and appreciate them. Lessons from Buddhist teachings on simple happiness. In Buddhist teachings, the concept of mindfulness is key to recognizing happiness in the tiniest details. The Buddha taught, right here, in the present moment. You will find happiness if your mind is not distracted by the past or the future. So how can we truly feel joy in the simple things? First, we need to learn to slow down and connect with ourselves. 1. Happiness hidden in small things. A delicious meal. Sometimes, we eat out of habit, hurriedly finishing a meal to return to work or our screens. Buddhism teaches us to sit down, eat slowly, and savor each flavor. A bowl of white rice or a simple stir-fry, when enjoyed mindfully, can become a profound source of happiness. A peaceful afternoon. Amidst our worries and busyness, you may rarely notice the beauty of a golden afternoon or the sound of birds chirping outside your door. Instead of rushing through work, take a few minutes each day to sit down, relax, and enjoy the tranquility around you. A friendly smile. Never underestimate the power of a smile. It could be the smile of a loved one, a stranger on the street, or even your own smile in the mirror. A genuine smile carries warmth and is an endless source of positive energy. 2. Learning to slow down. Buddhism emphasizes that we cannot recognize happiness if our minds are always in a rush. Slowing down doesn't mean stopping work or abandoning responsibilities, it means creating space for stillness and connecting with the present. Practice. A day without technology. Try spending a technology-free weekend. Turn off your phone, computer, and TV. Instead, take a slow walk in the park and feel the wind and the scent of nature. Cook a simple meal and savor every bite. Sit and chat with family or friends without distractions from screens. At first, this might make you feel deprived, but over time, you will realize you are reconnecting with yourself and your loved ones. 3. Valuing stillness. In modern life, stillness has become a luxury. We always want to fill every void with sound, images, or activities. But it is in stillness that the mind has the opportunity to settle and rejuvenate. Buddhism encourages us to spend time in stillness, even if just a few minutes each day. Sit quietly and listen to your breath. Observe thoughts passing through your mind without judgment. Find joy in your very existence, without any conditions or reasons. 4. Living with gratitude. Gratitude is an important part of Buddhist teachings. When you are grateful, you realize that life is already abundant, and you don't need to chase after more luxurious things. Try this exercise. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. It could be the morning sunshine, a warm meal, or a friend's check-in. When you focus on the good, you will find that joy and simplicity are always present. 5. Happiness does not require comparison. Buddhism teaches that one of the greatest causes of suffering is comparison. We often look at others' lives and feel inferior. But in reality, everyone has their own journey, and happiness does not come from achieving what others have. Stop comparing and learn to appreciate your own life. When you stop seeking happiness outside, you will realize it has always been within you. Finding fulfillment in simplicity. Happiness is not something grand and distant. It lies in every moment you slow down, appreciate the stillness, and cherish the small things around you. Try implementing a technology-free day, slow down, and find joy in the simplest things. And don't forget to share these experiences with us. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to continue our journey in seeking peace and happiness through Buddhist teachings. Tips 4. Living in harmony with time. Time is the most precious resource each of us possesses, yet it is often wasted without our realizing it. In the fast-paced cycle of modern life, many feel as if they are racing against time, never having enough to complete everything. But is time truly our enemy? Buddhism teaches that it's not time that chases us, rather, it's our perception and use of time that is at the root of the problem. 1. Time is not an enemy. Buddhism views time as a natural flow that cannot be stopped or grasped. The Buddha once said, We cannot turn back time, but we can choose to live fully in each moment. This means that instead of fighting against time, we should learn to live harmoniously with it. This harmony begins with a mindset shift. Instead of trying to do more, focus on doing things right. Time has no emotions and does not favor anyone. If you know how to manage and use time wisely, you will find that it is enough for a meaningful life. 2. Create space for important things. A packed schedule does not equate to a successful life. Instead of filling every hour and minute with tasks, create space to recharge, connect with yourself, and your loved ones. Buddhist practice. Ask yourself, is this really necessary? Does it provide lasting value or is it just temporary busyness? When you prioritize what truly matters, the unnecessary will naturally fall away. This is how you live in harmony with time, not by doing everything, but by doing what truly deserves to be done. 3. Mindfulness in every moment. Buddhism emphasizes mindfulness, living fully in the present without distraction from the past or future. When your mind is in the present, you will feel as if time stands still. Each moment becomes more meaningful and profound. For example, when you drink a cup of tea, instead of thinking about work, savor the aroma and the bittersweet taste on your tongue. When conversing with loved ones, pay attention to every word, glance, and smile. Mindful living helps you make the most of every moment, ensuring time does not pass meaninglessly. 4. Recharge energy through stillness. In our busy lives, we often forget that resting is not a waste of time, but a way to recharge energy. Buddhism encourages the practice of meditation as a means to calm the mind and refresh the spirit. Simple exercise. Each day, spend 5 to 10 minutes sitting quietly, closing your eyes, and focusing on your breath. When thoughts about work or responsibilities arise, gently bring your mind back to your breath. Over time, you will find your mind becomes lighter, your focus sharper. And most importantly, you feel more in harmony with time. 5. Mindful planning. Buddhism does not encourage living aimlessly, rather, it emphasizes mindfulness in planning. A day without direction can easily be wasted. However, a mindfully planned day will feel complete. Simple strategy. Each evening, take 5 minutes to write down 3 things you want to focus on the next day. Ensure these align with your values and long-term goals. During the day, if you find yourself distracted, refer back to your list and ask, is this truly important? Identifying priorities helps you avoid getting caught up in unnecessary activities while feeling in control of your time. 6. Connect with loved ones. Buddhism teaches that happiness does not just come from achieving personal goals but also from connecting with others. Spending time with family and friends is not a waste. It's an investment in relationships that provide the deepest meaning to life. Practice suggestions. Organize a technology-free family meal where everyone can talk and share sincerely. Spend time playing with your children or chatting with parents and relatives. Make each encounter a meaningful experience rather than just a routine. 7. Accept natural flow instead of trying to control. Finally, Buddhism reminds us that time is impermanent. Everything will come and go in its natural flow. Instead of trying to control everything, learn to accept and let go. For example, if you don't finish all your tasks in a day, don't blame yourself. Understand that each day is a new opportunity to start again. Time as an ally. When you live in harmony with time, it is no longer an enemy but a valuable ally. By prioritizing what matters, being mindful in every moment, and connecting with loved ones, you will find that time is not only sufficient but abundant for living a meaningful life. Try practicing today. Each evening, write down 3 things you want to focus on the next day. And if you find these insights helpful, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to continue receiving valuable lessons from Buddhist teachings. Tips 5. Transformation through stillness. In the modern world, we are constantly caught up in activities, work, and incessant thoughts. Everything happens quickly. And sometimes you feel like you're running at a pace you can never keep up with. Meanwhile, Buddhism teaches that true transformation begins with stillness, a peaceful space where you can return to yourself and recognize the true nature of life. 1. Stillness as a space for transformation. Stillness is not simply external silence. It is an internal state where you can let go of worries, leave behind conflicts in your mind, and simply be present in the moment. Buddhism teaches that to recognize the truth and achieve enlightenment, you must have the ability to look deeply into yourself, into your own thoughts and emotions. This can only be achieved in stillness. Meditation, according to Buddhism, is not a ritual or a complex activity. It is a way for you to return to yourself, to see clearly the distractions that occupy your mind, and to recognize unnecessary thoughts and emotions that take up your mental space. When you create a space of stillness, you begin to recognize the true nature of life. Everything is impermanent, and nothing is eternal. 2. Meditation as the gateway to stillness. In Buddhist teachings, meditation is the best method to achieve stillness. Meditation is not a tool for you to do something, it is to not do anything at all, not chasing thoughts, not reacting to emotions, and not getting caught up in external matters. When you sit down and begin to meditate, you do not need to try to silence your mind, you simply need to create space for it to become naturally still. Each time you meditate, you learn to observe thoughts without getting attached to them. Buddhism teaches that thoughts are merely temporary psychological phenomena, and they are not you. When you sit in meditation, you just need to observe your breath, feel each inhalation and exhalation, and allow thoughts to pass by like clouds in the sky. You don't need to hold on to them. You don't need to react to them. This practice helps reduce stress, calm the mind, and create a quiet space for clearer self-reflection. 3. Stillness brings liberation. One of the most important goals in Buddhism is liberation. Liberation does not mean escaping from life but freeing oneself from the bonds of the mind. When you create a space of stillness in your mind, you begin to recognize the absurdities to which you cling, such as worries, fears, and expectations. These things exhaust you, drain you, and prevent you from living in the present. When you learn to live in stillness, you will find that these things no longer control you. You will begin to live with freedom, unshackled by negative thoughts or feelings of lack. You will realize that happiness does not come from acquiring external things, but from inner peace. 4. Daily practice of stillness. Buddhism encourages you to practice stillness every day, and meditation is the best method to do this. This practice can start very simply. Just spend 10 minutes each day sitting quietly and focusing on your breath. This may seem simple, but it is truly a powerful method to relieve stress and rejuvenate your body and mind. Simple practice guidelines. Choose a quiet place, find a spot where you can sit comfortably without interruption. This could be a corner of a room, outside in the garden, or anywhere you feel comfortable. Sit up straight, sit in a comfortable position, but keep your back straight. You can sit on a chair, cushion, or the floor, as long as you feel at ease. Focus on your breath, close your eyes and begin to pay attention to your breathing. Inhale slowly and deeply, then exhale naturally. Don't try to change your breathing, just observe it. Let thoughts pass, thoughts will arise in your mind, but instead of getting caught up in them, simply acknowledge them and let them drift away like clouds. You don't need to do anything with these thoughts, just let them pass without reacting. Gently end the session. After 10 minutes, slowly open your eyes and gradually return to the world around you. Feel the lightness and peace in your mind. 5. Transformation through stillness. True transformation does not come from trying to change something external but from changing the way you perceive and react to life. When you practice stillness, You begin to change how you face challenges, stress, and negative emotions. You no longer get swept away by them, instead, you see them as temporary and unimportant phenomena. This transformation will gradually spread into every area of your life. You will feel more peaceful, more insightful, and know how to live in the present instead of worrying about the future or regretting the past. Stillness is the path to peace. Stillness is one of the most powerful methods to free the mind and live a meaningful life. Buddhism teaches that when you know how to be still, you will find peace within yourself. Start practicing stillness every day, and you will see gradual transformations occur in your life. Let stillness guide you on the path to enlightenment and happiness. Conclusion: the journey to seek simplicity and happiness. Life is not a race to acquire as much as possible, but a journey to discover what truly brings meaning. Buddhism teaches that happiness and freedom do not come from material possessions or social success, but from inner tranquility, from letting go of the invisible burdens we create for ourselves. Simplifying life is not about eliminating everything, but about rediscovering what truly matters. We spend too much time seeking external things, material possessions, expectations, and societal goals. But when we learn to let go, we realize that what brings real meaning is not external but the peace of mind, connection with ourselves, and with those around us. Buddhism teaches that happiness is not something that will come to you by chance, but the result of actions and mindfulness in every moment. Each step you take, no matter how small, can bring you closer to true freedom and happiness. It is an ongoing journey, not a fixed destination. Remember, simplicity is not something difficult or distant. It can be a shift in how you perceive life, a change in how you face challenges. Just take a little time each day to sit down, breathe deeply, and look within yourself. You will realize that peace has always been within you, and all you need to do is open your heart to receive it. Every step in this journey is important, even the smallest ones. And as you begin to make small changes in your life, you will find that they can create a profound transformation in how you live and perceive the world around you. If you feel that what we shared today resonates with you, please leave a comment about the changes you plan to make in your journey to simplify life. Don't forget to like this video. Share it with those you believe are also seeking peace and happiness, and subscribe to the Life Lessons channel to join us on the path to a more meaningful life. Finally, please remember that a simple life is a return to your true nature. It is an unending journey, and every moment can bring a new lesson, bringing you closer to true happiness. Let simplicity be the strength that guides you on the path to peace and enlightenment.